Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about nailing your interview. When do you have an interview typically as an opera singer? So, sometimes you'll have a short interview after you've sung at a solo audition. Sometimes you have one or more or a very long interview in a chorus audition, which is usually or a choir audition because you'll be joining a large group of people and they want to know if your personality is going to be a good fit for them. When you're applying for scholarships for overseas study, you'll definitely have an interview for that because often you're asking for a large amount of money. Sometimes you have interview after auditioning for bachelor's or master's degrees abroad. How are you going to afford this, blah, 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 blah. Or even, at various other jobs in the industry. So that, whether they be short and informal or long or whatever, these are a couple of tips that I have to help you do your best. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to research the company or the foundation or the school or the competition, research their history, research who's teaching, research who you want to work with, research all of these things, and research if it's a foundation that's giving a scholarship, research what it is that they want to support. So maybe they say, we want to support female singers or BAME singers or male singers or whatever. Make sure that you know what they're looking for. And, that can also cut out a huge amount of admin for you because maybe they only want to support a type of singer that you are not. And then you can say, okay, I don't need to do this. Or maybe they want to support exactly who you are, exactly what you represent, and exactly what you want. And that's great. But you need to be able to go into your interview and say, you said on your website that you support this sort of singer. I am that sort of singer because of this and this and this and this. And that is why I think I would be a worthy recipient of your support. So yes, research. Do a lot of research. And that's probably the most important thing. Okay, so have the key points of your study plan. If you have to present a study plan for whatever reason, have those key points at the front of your brain so that you can present them to the judging panel in your interview. So say you're applying for an amount of money because you want to study in Europe for 3 months. You say, I'm studying here and here and here with this person, and this person, and I want to do this language course at this place, and this is what I'm going to do. The reason I am doing that, you always have to follow up with the reason why. Okay, I'm doing that because this teacher is the best teacher in the world for this repertoire that I want to specialize in and my voice naturally lends itself to. And I want to learn this language because it is super important for I want to learn Italian because I'm going to be a bel canto singer. I want to learn German because I'm going to be a Wagner singer or whatever. Okay? So you have to have key points. It's exactly like selling a business, exactly like selling a business pitch. You are the product. Okay? And so there will always be a list of points on competitions or foundations or company websites that they want to be addressed, like in a cover letter or that you can talk about in your interview. So I would say, even if you don't have to write a letter to the company, find the key points on their website, like we're looking for singers who cover these points, write them all down, write a cover letter for yourself so that you've kind of thought about all of the action points or all the points that make you a relevant candidate for support. And then you have your own summary, and that should come a lot quicker to you. It's really, the other thing I would say is practice interviews. Get a trusted friend or a trusted mentor or your parents, whatever, and get them to sit down and ask you lots of questions. Other singers are typically the most useful because they'll know and say, why did you sing this repertoire? What do you think about this repertoire? That can be really, really helpful, but practice, okay? A lot of singers are not good at interviews, and it's okay. Just practice. You can get better at anything if you practice. And my point about this is most singers, if not all of us, are a little bit neurospicy, which is wonderful. That's why we're good at what we do. But it does mean that a lot of us struggle in interviews. You might give the best audition of your life and then just sort of totally freeze up and freak out when you're being interviewed, which could cost you a scholarship. So try and look at it like you're improvising on a theme, and, learn the themes and concepts. So what I was talking about, writing the letter to yourself about, these are the points that the panel want to cover, and this is how I personally cover those points. And then you'll have it right there at the front of your head. So that's most of that sort of word vomit was for scholarships and that sort of interview. I would say it's kind of hard to prepare for a chorus interview or an opera interview for a solo position. But, typically if you get asked, why do you want to work at this house or whatever, you can say, look, I've really enjoyed the productions, what I've seen of the productions online that you do. I haven't been able to see anything yet, but I see that you cast really great singers. I'd love to be making art at that level. Or, I want to do this. I want to be part of this chorus because I want stability and I love the work that you're doing and I want to be part of it. Typically those interviews are going to be really short, but keep it positive, keep it relevant, and practice your interviews. Practice, okay? All right. See you in the next one.